Alice Waters started a revolution in 1971, but like Alice herself, it was a gentle, quiet uprising. When she opened her now legendary restaurant Chez Panisse in Berkeley across the bay from San Francisco, she'd already made a commitment to serve only the finest and freshest of ingredients. Of course, this is only possible when fine, seasonable produce is available. And with Alice at the forefront, an increasing number of chefs around the country have been encouraging a network of farmers, ranchers, and fishermen to provide them with the best. Her philosophy was simple. If there's a real demand, then the farmers will plant it, and if we ask for it often enough, we'll get it. It's not surprising that Alice Waters should teach a nation how to eat, since teaching has been her life. After graduating from the University of California at Berkeley, she spent time in London, training at the original Montessori school, and then she traveled to France, where she fell in love with the country, the people, and the food. Returning to Berkeley to finish her studies, she began cooking French dinners at home for friends. Soon friends began bringing friends and friends of friends, and Alice found she had to charge for her meals. Thus, literally and gradually began Chez Panisse. Alice Waters has become a benign legend, an icon.
Alice Waters' influential career has remarkable parallels to Julia's, beginning in the 1970s, only a decade after Julia became famous. Their shared core values of teaching cooking and the importance of locally sourcing good, sustainably grown, organic food is the basis for Alice's selection as this year's 10th recipient of the Julia Child Award. Once Alice made her mark with diners and farmers around the country, she turned to the next generation, our children. In 1995, she founded the Edible Schoolyard Project, a nonprofit with a twofold mission: teaching young children and improving the quality and nutrition of school food. Applying Alice's Montessori training, which emphasizes learning by doing and educating with all five senses, the Edible Schoolyard Project marries teaching organic gardening with on-site kitchen classrooms where food is used as a tool to learn about multiple subjects. Having inspired more than 6,500 schools around the world, Alice's Edible Schoolyard Project has had a global impact. From her upbringing in suburban New Jersey through the 50th anniversary of Chez Panisse, the trajectory of Alice's life and work has transformed what Americans eat, how they think about food, and most importantly, what they expect to find in the grocery store.
And blood oranges.
Are they available most anywhere?
They have become available in California, and I think that it shows that when people demand something, that the farmers begin to plant it. And 5 years ago, you couldn't find blood oranges, and now they are everywhere.
Alice's modest message from 1994 has expanded exponentially through the Edible Schoolyard Project. Her work as Vice President of Slow Food International and the creation of the Yale Sustainable Food Project, along with a similar one at the American Academy in Rome. In 2020, Alice created the Alice Waters Institute to weave her revolutionary work together. If that isn't enough, she is also the author of 16 books, from the New York Times bestselling The Art of Simple Food to We Are What We Eat, a slow food manifesto. Alice's manifesto dictates that regenerative and organic practices and eating food in season is a global solution to healing our planet. And it creates better tasting food. While frequently dismissed as a lofty dream, Alice's prescription isn't that radical. Just as Julia recognized, it's a return to a way of life we used to value before the 1950s. Taking our time, sharing a table with our neighbors, and appreciating nature's bounty. With all of our accomplishments, Alice has earned many international honors, including the French Legion of Honor, the National Humanities Medal presented by President Obama, induction into the National Women's Hall of Fame, the Henry Ford Society's Carver Carson Award for Achievement in Environmental Protection and Agriculture, and No Kid Hungry's Humanitarian Award. Alice believes that if the food revolution is to have staying power and foster equality, national policy and international priorities must change. She is advocating at the local, state, and national level for free, regenerative, organic school lunches for all children, and that a food curriculum similar to Edible Schoolyards be put in place in all public schools. Julia Child and Alice Waters are two women deeply inspired by France and by each other, who became fierce advocates that everyone deserves to eat, cook, and appreciate good seasonal food. It is unquestionably fitting that Alice Waters is the 10th recipient of the Julia Child Award.